Big families mean big surprises, and when it comes to the Duggars, this past year has been nothing short of extraordinary. Weddings, babies, bold transformations, and even a few heartbreaks have kept this famous family in the spotlight like never before. From older sisters stepping into motherhood to younger ones finding their voice, every Duggar has a story to tell, and today we're pulling back the curtain on all of it. Get ready for joy, shock, and moments that will leave you wondering what comes next. Stick with us as we walk through every update from every sibling. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because you won't want to miss a single twist in the Duggar saga. In the softly lit glow of a Nebraska morning, Jana Duggar steps into a new season, one filled with anticipation, transformation, and the quiet kind of joy she's always embodied. Just a year after her long-awaited wedding to Stephen Wisman, Jana celebrated her first anniversary in August 2025 with a simple but heartfelt night out in Lincoln. A cozy steakhouse dinner, an ice cream stroll beneath soft streetlights, and a caption that read simply, "The best year." It was everything fans have come to admire about Jana: understated, grounded, and real. But the surprises didn't stop there. Just 3 days later, Jana revealed a milestone fans have been waiting on for years. She's pregnant. With one hand resting gently on her belly, she posted, "We are so excited, a little bundle of joy joining our family in January 2026. For the Duggar audience, the announcement landed like a long-awaited dream fulfilled. Jana, who had spent so many years cheering on siblings' marriages and births, is finally stepping into motherhood herself. And in true Jana style, she balanced the life change with a touch of self-care. Days later, she walked out of a salon with ash blonde hair and a smile that spoke volumes. She laughed, saying, "Feeling like a new person," showing that motherhood isn't about losing yourself, but about growing into something new. Jinger couldn't resist chiming in on Instagram, calling herself the favorite auntie, a playful sisterly jab that added warmth to the moment. These highlights all unfold against the backdrop of Jana's Nebraska life with Stephen. Her renovation blogs, from cabinet halls to shimmering quartz countertops, show a moment still hands-on, still shaping her home with quiet determination. Fans who followed her journey see it clearly. This is a chapter defined by love, transformation, and the calm confidence of someone embracing motherhood on her own timeline. For Jill, 2025 has been bittersweet, an emotional journey of heartbreak, resilience, and tender moments that reveal just how much she has grown. In March, she shared the devastating news that she and Derek had delivered their stillborn daughter, Isla Marie. Her posts, raw, unfiltered, including the stillbirth certificate, left fans in tears, but also in awe of her courage. Support poured in from every corner, proving how deeply connected Jill is to her audience. Yet, even in grief, she leaned into love. Just days later, she and Derek revisited the place where he had proposed over a decade earlier. Their smiles in those photos reminded fans that even in pain, joy and gratitude can coexist. By summer, they marked their 11th anniversary with a dreamy hot springs getaway, treehouse cabins, laughter, and a reminder that their bond is still strong. Jill has also reshaped her day-to-day life. She revealed in March that she's now homeschooling her sons, blending lesson plans with lukewarm coffee and messy to-do lists in a way that felt deeply relatable. Meanwhile, Derek stepped away from his prosecutor role, with Jill hinting that he's pursuing personal legal projects. Though their future feels uncertain, Jill continues to share honestly, even about grief, like when Derek's grandmother passed away in August. Fans know that with Jill, they'll always get the real story, pain and joy woven together in a tapestry of faith and resilience. If Jill's year was defined by heartbreak and healing, Jessa's was defined by resilience and new life. In March, she revealed that she was expecting her 6th child, news that drew both celebration and criticism. But in a candid YouTube Q&A, Jessa confronted the negativity head-on. She admitted that comments can sting, but she won't let them define her. Instead, she honored her mother Michelle as her role model, a moment that reminded everyone of Jessa's strength and grace. By July, her story reached its most joyful climax. On July 26th, she gave birth to a 10-pound baby boy. The moment was documented across a 4-part YouTube series, from early labor at her parents' home to the emotional hospital delivery. In a surprising twist, it wasn't Ben who cut the umbilical cord, but Jessa's younger sister Jordyn, a memory Jessa described as beautiful and unforgettable. Weeks later, she introduced her son to the world as Edward Owen Seewald, a name chosen with deep spiritual meaning. Her Instagram carousel glowed with joy as she explained how they tested names until finally one felt right. Her openness about criticism, labor, and motherhood has kept her one of the most relatable Duggar sisters. With Michelle by her side helping in the days after delivery, fans were reminded that this is still a family anchored in support, even amid outside scrutiny. Meanwhile, out in California, Jinger Duggar has stepped boldly into a season of growth and honesty. She announced in October that she and Jeremy were expecting their 3rd child, and by January, a gender reveal video brought laughter and balloons as she discovered it was a boy. On March 29th, they welcomed Finnegan Charles, and Jinger wasted no time sharing both his photo and his story. Her honesty, however, went beyond joy. In April, she directly addressed fans questioning why she shielded her kids' faces online. Her response was calm but firm. She said privacy and protection matter most. She also opened up about postpartum struggles and the shadow of past depression, showing a maturity and vulnerability that fans deeply respect. Despite the chaos of newborn life, Jinger made time for connection. On her podcast, she sat with Jessa and Joy to discuss miscarriage and grief, weaving together their stories in a heartfelt sisterly bond. Later, when Jenna announced her pregnancy, Jinger playfully dubbed herself the favorite auntie, bringing humor to the season. From launching her book, People Pleaser, to cradling her newborn, Jinger's year has been defined by courage, honesty, and growth. For Joy Anna, the year has been about change and finding balance. Last fall, she and Austin packed up their Arkansas home and moved their family into an RV, a surprising shift that she captioned simply, "This picture starts a new adventure." It was a glimpse of Joy's willingness to embrace unconventional paths. Her 27th birthday in October highlighted that spirit even more. With Austin away hunting, she loaded all 3 kids into the car and drove to Texas alone. A candle and a pickle instead of a cake. Classic Joy, resourceful and lighthearted even in the chaos. But there were challenges too. She opened up about postpartum struggles and questions of faith, admitting the year hasn't been easy. Yet her Instagram painted moments of joy. Gideon's 7th birthday, riverside weekends, and a sweet mom's getaway Austin planned for her to recharge. Most recently, she posted back-to-school photos of her kids, her pride and bittersweet reflections shining through. Joy's story this year has been less about headlines and more about heart, about being real with the highs and lows while building a family life that feels authentic to her. For Jed and his wife Katie, 2025 began with not just one blessing, but 2. On a crisp January afternoon, sunlight streamed into a hospital room as Jed announced the arrival of twin girls, Elsie Kate and Emma Kate, born just minutes apart. Fans were overjoyed, marveling that in just 4 years of marriage, Jed and Katie had welcomed 4 children. Their Instagram captions were filled with awe. "Completely captured our hearts," Jed wrote, and you could almost hear the hushed wonder in his voice. Life after twins hasn't slowed down. In the weeks that followed, Katie gave viewers a peek into their blush pink nursery, filled with plush toys and the gentle scent of baby lotion. But the family didn't just hunker down at home. They packed up all 4 kids and flew to Hawaii. Beach photos of toddlers with sand-streaked cheeks and newborns wrapped against their parents showed a family embracing both chaos and joy. By spring, their adventures took them to Disney World, where Jed pushed a stroller beneath castle spires, while Katie laughed about how magical it felt to see the park through their children's eyes. In June, Jed and Katie joined Jinger and Jeremy's podcast for a long, relaxed conversation. They reflected on the whirlwind of 4 kids in 4 years, Katie casually dropping the bombshell that she had earned her pilot's license. "We're choosing to slow down," she said, though she admitted with a smile that they still hope for a family of 5 or 6 someday. It was one of the most down-to-earth glimpses fans have had of the couple, honest, ambitious, but rooted in gratitude. Just across the Duggar family tree, Jeremiah and Hannah have been writing their own story of growth. December brought their big announcement. A third baby was on the way. Their reveal, a tiny pair of pink booties photographed in Hannah's hands, let fans know that late spring would bring another little girl. February was marked with tenderness as their second daughter, Brielle, turned 1. Instagram tributes poured in, filled with giggles, first steps, and bedtime snuggles. It was a reminder of how quickly this young family has expanded. By May 13th, that promise became reality. Baby Imri, or Immy, Jane, arrived swaddled in soft pastels, her tiny fingers curled into Jeremiah's palm. Their caption summed it up. There's nothing like meeting and falling in love with a new baby. The Duggar audience, long accustomed to baby news, still felt their hearts swell, because with Jeremiah and Hannah, it's not just about announcements. It's about the warmth and simplicity of family life, captured in small, real moments. If Jeremiah's year was marked by steady joy, Jason's has been about new beginnings and self-discovery. In October 2024, he married Maddie Grace in a breathtaking fall wedding in the Tennessee mountains. The ceremony was rustic and intimate, featuring a touching ring-warming ritual where guests blessed the bands before they were exchanged. Jason's Instagram afterward glowed, married the most gorgeous girl in the world. But marriage was just the start. In April 2025, Jason crossed another finish line, literally. He completed his first half marathon, posting a sweaty but beaming selfie captioned, "I'm hooked." It was a glimpse of Jason pushing himself physically and personally. Maddie, meanwhile, shared her baptism story that same month, a serene moment of faith that Jason supported with visible pride. Together, the couple launched their first YouTube Q&A, sharing openly about newlywed life, their travel dreams, and their decision not to rush into parenthood. On Jinger and Jeremy's podcast, Jason even laughed about once friend-zoning Maddie before realizing she was the one. The combination of humor, humility, and honesty has made Jason and Maddie one of the most refreshing Duggar couples to watch. James, the 13th child of Jim, Bob, and Michelle, has spent much of his life in the background, but this year he stepped into the spotlight in subtle but powerful ways. His most memorable moment came in May 2025, when he joined Jinger and Jeremy's podcast. Fans heard stories of his childhood chaos, camaraderie, and even a wild experiment with pyrotechnics that nearly backfired. His candor and humor revealed a side of James rarely seen before, funny, reflective, and surprisingly open. But perhaps his biggest impact was quiet. On Christmas Day 2024, James posted a family photo carousel. At first glance, it seemed ordinary, until fans noticed Jill and Derek standing alongside Jim Bob. The rare reunion of estranged family members sparked headlines across tabloids, but it was James who quietly facilitated the moment, sharing it without commentary. In doing so, he reminded everyone that sometimes the quiet ones shape the story in profound ways. Rounding out the middle brothers is John David, who continues to live life at a steady, humble pace. For his birthday in January, his wife Abby posted a tribute, calling him her best friend and partner in adventure. Soon after, they whisked away to Hawaii, enjoying sunlit beaches while reminding fans of the perks of being married to a pilot. By spring, family photos from Easter and Mother's Day painted a picture of love and gratitude. John and Abby, with their 2 children, smiles all around. Summer brought more travel when John flew a private client to the Cayman Islands, Abby joining him for a spontaneous tropical trip. It's a rhythm that defines them, a mix of family, travel, and aviation woven seamlessly together. Meanwhile, John's work with MediCourse continues quietly but significantly. From Texas flood relief to hurricane recovery, his piloting skills remain critical in crisis response. He doesn't post much, but when you see him, you see consistency, a man devoted to faith, family, and service. Over the past year, Japson has quietly stepped into adulthood, and fans are starting to take notice. His first big moment came in October 2024, when he stood as a groomsman at his brother Jason's Tennessee wedding. For many viewers, it was the first time they truly realized how grown up the once little Duggar had become. Just weeks later, Jackson made waves by launching his own Instagram. His cowboy hat debut post sparked speculation. Was this simply about adulthood or a prelude to a Duggar-style courtship? Though he never confirmed rumors, his feed soon offered another side, travel and adventure. In April, he posted a reel from Kauai, soaring in a helicopter above cliffs and ocean waves. By July, a family carousel showed his softer side, grateful for days like these. In every post, Jackson shows glimpses of independence while still rooted in family. Johanna, now 19, has stepped into more visible moments this past year. She was a bridesmaid at Jason's wedding in October 2024, standing with younger sisters Jennifer, Jordyn, and Josie. Then in December, she appeared in a rare and viral video. All 9 Duggar sisters reunited with their mother, Michelle, smiling together for the holidays. The moment sparked fan buzz. How grown Johanna now looks, how strikingly she resembles her older sisters, and how rare it is to see the full sister lineup. Though Johanna doesn't manage her own social media, her presence in these milestones proves she's moving from the background into her own adulthood. Jennifer reached a pivotal milestone in August 2025, her 18th birthday. While she remains one of the quieter siblings, her transition into adulthood marks a turning point. She also joined her sisters as a bridesmaid at both Jana's and Jason's weddings, appeared in snapshots from Jana's 2024 wedding. Joy-Anna later posted a reel featuring all 9 Duggar sisters, with Jennifer standing in the lineup between Jordyn and Josie. For fans, these glimpses are reminders that Jennifer is stepping out of childhood and into young womanhood. At just 16, Jordyn-Grace had one of the most surprising Duggar moments of the year. During Jessa's July 2025 birth vlog, when Ben grew squeamish about cutting the umbilical cord, Jordyn stepped up. With nervous excitement and steady hands, she cut the cord herself, a milestone that symbolized her growing maturity. Jordyn also served as a bridesmaid in both Jana's and Jason's weddings, smiling with quiet confidence among her sisters. She may still be a teenager, but her role in family milestones shows that adulthood is on the horizon. The baby of the family turned 15 in December 2024, a milestone that left longtime fans in awe. Once the fragile preemie fighting for life, Josie is now a tall teenager holding her own among her sisters. Just days after her birthday, she appeared in Joy-Anna's Instagram reel showing all 9 Duggar sisters reunited. Standing proudly in the lineup, Josie reminded everyone just how far she has come. While she doesn't have her own platform yet, her rare appearances feel symbolic, proof that the youngest Duggar is stepping into her teen years with strength. Joseph remains one of the most private siblings. While many brothers and sisters keep fans updated online, Joseph and Kendra have chosen silence. Yet, in July 2025, people confirmed that the couple now has at least 4 children. That phrasing alone speaks volumes about how carefully they protect their private life. The last direct update from their Little Duggar family account dates back to 2021, but Jinger quietly tagged it in a summer post, reminding fans that Joseph is still part of the family fabric, even if his story unfolds off-camera. For Duggar watchers, Joseph's life has become a mystery, ordinary, hidden, but still evolving behind closed doors. Josiah and his wife Lauren have taken a similar path, rarely posting but occasionally spotted in family content. Early in 2025, eagle-eyed fans noticed Lauren in Jinger's baby gender reveal vlog, her appearance sparking speculation of another pregnancy. Just weeks earlier, a Vuolo vlog had already fueled whispers of a baby bump. The couple, however, stayed silent, neither confirming nor denying. Later in the year, they were seen on a shopping trip during a family wedding weekend, appearing older, calmer, and deeply private. Their official family page remains frozen in time, still referencing only their daughter Bella. Each rare sighting feels like an event in itself. Justin, married young to Claire, has also chosen quiet living. Their last personal post came at Christmas 2023, but in 2024, they appeared in family wedding photos, Jana's and Jason's. More recently, Claire's mother Hillary Spivey posted pictures with Justin and Claire in early 2025, showing warm smiles and closeness with James Duggar. Still, no baby news has been announced, a rarity in a family defined by constant pregnancies. Instead, Justin and Claire seem content carving their own quieter rhythm, letting life unfold outside of the spotlight. While most of the Duggar family's updates this year have centered on weddings, babies, and joyful milestones, the shadow of Josh Duggar continues to linger. Nearly 4 years after his conviction for possessing and receiving child sexual abuse material, his story remains locked inside legal documents and courtroom filings, rather than Instagram updates or family vlogs. In May 2025, Josh submitted a handwritten plea from his cell at FCI Seagoville, asking the court to appoint him a lawyer because he could not afford one himself. He argued that he wished to raise new constitutional claims. The request was denied in early June, with the judge ruling that his petition lacked complexity. Yet Josh pressed on. By late July, he filed a 50-plus page motion on his own, alleging unfair trial practices, accusing government experts of tampering with evidence, and insisting that he had been blocked from presenting an alternative perpetrator theory. These dramatic claims have yet to gain traction, but they highlight his determination to keep fighting from behind prison walls. Meanwhile, his wife Anna has remained largely silent. Once an active presence on social media, she has all but disappeared, rarely mentioned by siblings and never posting her own updates. Fans speculate endlessly about her life, whether she still lives near the family compound, whether she plans to stand by Josh until his release in 2032, but no clear answers emerge. Her absence is striking in a family so visible online. The contrast is stark. While siblings celebrate milestones in the open, Josh's world plays out in legal motions and Anna's in silence. Together, they represent the most divisive thread in the Duggar narrative, reminders of scandal and loyalty that continue to divide not only the family, but also their audience. And there you have it, an entire year in the lives of the Duggars, from the glow of weddings and newborn joy to the quieter choices of those who step away from the spotlight, and even the controversies that still cast a shadow. Jana stepping into motherhood, Jessa welcoming her sixth, Jinder's honesty from California, Joy's new adventures, Jed and Jeremiah raising growing families, Jason and Maddie carving their path, and the younger siblings moving steadily into adulthood. It all paints a picture of a family that never stops evolving. So, what do you think? Which update surprised you most this year? Jana's long-awaited pregnancy, Jordan's role in Jessa's delivery, or the quiet mysteries of Joseph and Josiah? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell so you never miss an update. This is The Fame, keeping you connected to reality TV's most fascinating families.